Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video we are with the gift that keeps on giving. The 6480 is broke again. Not electrical this time it is mechanical. This hub here is after, we think, we're pretty confident, is after dropping spider gears or planetary gears or something in the hub, and she is after basically locking up. Brendan was ploughing away here fine, and next thing the wheel just seizes up. Thankfully he didn't have the diff lock on, because that could have made things a little bit more complicated. I would have tested where's the next weakest point on the tractor. Just a matter of lifting her up on the loader, wheel off. We have a second-hand unit here, so I'm hoping that of Murphy's. Hopefully it's not too hard. It's just the king clearance out, take that one off, put this one on. So we won't actually be opening the hub to see what to get her lifted up. So hopefully this goes easily and doesn't take too long. We have to take off that, take off the mudguard bracket, then we have to take off the kingpins and then pull that out. And we don't have Allen key head, so it looks like we'll be going home. The Allen key studs there, that was unexpected. This is the unit that's stuck. I come up and checked on it after it happened, and that hub was hot at the minute. So this is the fun and games of today. Mechanical sometimes is easier because you can physically see what's wrong. You're not trying to guess which wire is wrong. Just have to ring in the studs for taking off the mudguard, so that's great. Had a bigger problem. Look at the
filings.
Just metal filings.
Metal filings.
So that plate will have to come home to get them pieces taken out, so that we can put the mudguard back on. Yeah,
it's fine. Right.
As we're short Allen keys, he's going to stay and be rooting, take off the bottom kingpin there, and I'm heading for Garrity's. They're just down the road from here. So I'll save us having to drive all the way home and get 7 Allen keys or ones that fit the gun, and they can stay in the Jeep or whatever. It's just save us driving home. We had a good run, I have to be fair. I was getting, you know, maybe a little bit too confident in the tractor and its abilities there for a while. It's back down to earth now. Luckily the mechanic in Garrity's threw me out his set of Allen keys, so I have 10mm Allen key for the job. Just drop it back into him when we get this put back on.
I probably won't put that plate back on now, we'll pour it out for the take.
Right.
Possibly 32.
30. Hammer.
We'll get a few wraps there now. I'm going to sharpen up a bit with a grinder.
Of what now? How am I supposed to be hitting?
Separate that from that. You're taking this cap down. There is a starting point here, but which is kind of a bit blunt. I give it a bit of a sharpen up.
That stand point is here. You want a smaller chisel? These are too wide.
Well, we'll make it narrower. Yeah, look, it's funny enough because my shoulder's gone. I can't hit it anymore. It's that hard.
Banging off.
Yeah, well that's what you, well, is it bottoming out though?
Yeah, it's banging off them there rather than actually going into it.
It's we're going to have a lot of.
Sure, we'll get one then. But this has proven to be more difficult than expected. So the way it is in these is it's like this. It's a cap with the pin on it and just bangs into that. But we can't get the bottom one off. No giving her at all. We've joined Alfie in the cab while Father Phil is gone to get a blowtorch. Explain the principles of driving mechanisms, and I'm hoping my memory of my second level education of how drivetrains work is still up to scratch. I'll start with the basics and work our way up to what this tractor is. Show you how this could have been a lot worse. If you went back to like a Ferguson 20, that's a two-wheel drive machine. So the drivetrain goes back into the two wheels. There's a differential. What a differential does, it allows one wheel to turn more than another wheel. The reason for it is, if you're turning left, your inside wheel doesn't do as many rotations as your outside wheel. So the diff allows the outside wheel to turn more than the inside wheel and reduces stress and wear on tires. If you ever get stuck in a two-wheel drive machine, you will see one wheel will spin, the other wheel won't spin. That's the reason why, because the diff allows the transfer of power to the path of least resistance. But if you have a diff lock, that locks the differential in place and provides equal drive to both wheels, so you'll get both wheels to turn. On a four-wheel drive machine without the diff lock applied, you're actually only two-wheel drive. You'll get one front wheel to spin and one back wheel to spin. That's how it works. Your rear differential applies to the path of least resistance on the back, and on the front it'll do the same. You apply the diff lock on the likes of the Gator, has no front differential but has a back differential. Well, must have a front. It only has a rear diff lock on it anyways. It'll lock the back axle, you still have one wheel spinning on the front, so you're only three-wheel drive. But on the likes of this tractor, a 6480 more modern system, she's four-wheel drive, she's diff lock front and back. So when you apply the diff lock, she locks the back diff and she locks the front diff, which applies equal drive to all four wheels. But thankfully Brendan wasn't ploughing with the diff lock, because if he had been, rather than what he experienced was he was ploughing away grand, next thing he notices his left hand wheel isn't turning. And the reason it didn't turn but everything else turned was because the diff lock allowed the transfer of power to the right hand wheel while the left hand wheel wasn't turning. And he's seen it stop, all's grand. But if the front diff lock had been applied, what would have happened was when them gears collapsed inside the hub, it would have locked that and then it would have transferred that all the way back, and we would have seen which was the next weakest point on the tractor. Because if she locks that, then she's going to transfer that back to the diff. If the diff doesn't bust, it's back into the four-wheel drive, pack, through the drop box, into the pack, back drivetrain, the whole lot. Anywhere along that line could have busted. Always remember, when something breaks, it always could be worse. That's what I keep telling myself anyways. When something breaks, it always could be worse. But that is the bare basics of how drivetrains work. Two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, diff locks and all that. And that's what the diffs do. And that's what would have happened. We would have found another weak spot if the diff had been applied. I'll go back to keep tipping at this yoke and weaken it up for Father Phil when he comes back with gas. And what the gas will do, what we mean by gas is a blowtorch which will heat up the metal. When you heat metal, metal expands. So while that metal is kind of stuck together at the minute, we heat up that base plate. That's going to get hotter than the upper plate, and that bottom plate is going to expand, which should crack all the where the rust has joined the two pieces together. It'll crack all that and should make it easier to come off. Leave Alfie to his tractor. You don't go anywhere too in a hurry, Alfie. We'll go bang away at this yoke for another while. So, Father Phil is back with a new blowtorch. So I'm going to stand upwind of the smoke because it's burning all the grease that's in there. And there is grease in there. Grab a hold of the hub for me. Grab the hub. Pulling the hoodie off.
Right, top. That's not in all the way. Oh, there's a shim. Let's go this way. I don't know what he does. You're on. There's a tree right.
That's the puzzle starting to go back together now.
They were the way 2720 they were done now.
Yeah?
Yeah, same, very same as that. So they're going back full circle. way that is, that's a cylinder
Yeah.
bushing, and that's a cone.
Yeah.
So it can't really get really bad. Now, you get your fucking grease gun there now. That's alright. Get your grease gun there now. Lift the plough and turn off your four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive was on when she stopped.
Last job now is just service that hub, so just let out the oil and put in new oil, and yeah, that's it, done. The bracket for the mudguard will have to change after the fact, because it's going to need them bits done, so we'll put it back on it when she goes back to the yard. When she's finished ploughing up here, there's ploughing to be done at the house, so we'll put that on it then. So we'll change the oil on this. Job's a good one.
If you're able to rotate, you might be able to rotate.
That's her done.
One run up the feet just to see that.
Let's see that everything is fine. Square off the plough. We're down. Down eventually. Go slow there. Four-wheel drive. And best thing about this plough is there's a wheel that doesn't know which way it likes to be. Now we're in the right spot. Right, ready to rock. Going. It's not doing too bad. Car seems we're going fine. Any funny noises? No hearing, eh? Also, don't forget to check out, for the month of April, we're working with GENIE, a company based in Kerry, who will find you the best deal on your electricity bills. Head over to the description below, you'll find the bill GENIE, upload your bill there, and they'll get back to you with the best price. Even if you're already in a contract or signed into a contract, it's no harm, it's a free service, send them in, they can find you a deal. Even if you have to pay a cancellation, you may be better off, and they will find out for you. It's free of charge, it's absolutely nothing. And already, since announcing that we're working for the month of April, since Tuesday, we've saved a combined total of €8,800 for viewers like you watching there now. So if you want to learn more, head over there and get that done. We're working on for the month of April and see how much we can save our viewers. We've saved €1,680 on our bill going through them, so find out how much you could be saving today. And yeah, that's her. Happy days. Woo! That's looking very tall. Right, we're going to get something else done. That is us done. So we're just heading off now. Plough is there. Brendan will get back to it tomorrow and keep ploughing. Well on now, about halfway.
About, yeah.
Maybe
When this is over,
when this,
halfway. More?
I'm not half, but ploughing wise.
You're halfway plowing.
Halfway, or maybe a bit way ahead. So getting on well. So 2 hours to do that job, and probably a good 45 minutes or more trying to take out that bottom pin. So not the hardest job in the world, but just that bottom kingpin made it difficult.
A little bit awkward.
But look, at the end of the day, it's fixed. It always could have been worse. That's what you keep telling yourself. It's always could be worse. Members, we're going back on. Hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That's it from us. Good luck.